With the games coming at such a rate, Darren, do you take a Sunday? Do you try and have a complete break from football, or do you keep things ticking over? Is it important to switch off entirely if you can?
Well, you try to. I mean, we managed to build a snowman, you see, so that was quite nice. The snow came down. You try to. I try to get a lot of work done on Saturday before the game, to be honest. You know, that I've got a good bit of period of time, especially at home, but away from home, even an hour of working away on, it was Bristol, obviously, for Tuesday. So did quite a bit of work on them, which gives you a little bit more time on Sunday. You look back at the game. But yeah, you try and balance it off correctly. If you're organised, I think it obviously helps.
Yeah, striking that balance in this season is clearly harder than normal, but I suppose it fits in as well with what you've had to do with the training when the games are coming at such a rate. It is very different.
Yeah, it is. And we knew that we were coming up to a period of February and March that it's going to be pretty much play, recover, play, you know, especially between the Saturday and the Tuesday. Because obviously the Tuesday to Saturday, you get one extra day, which does make a difference. So it's play Saturday, they're off Sunday, prepare Monday, play Tuesday. So it is what it is. And, you know, at least there's a consistency to the week, you know what you're doing. And Monday's all about assessing if there's any injuries, and then obviously going through the opposition for the next day.
Presumably, because it's so busy, does it make life a little easier with the snow? Is that less of a disruption than it might otherwise be?
No, it was a bad disruption today. There was no areas to train, to be honest. So it was a case of getting them out, having a walk. Lads had a bit of fun in it. So yeah, it was a disruption today that I could have done without, but we can't control the elements. We hope that they get the pitch sorted out for tomorrow night, so obviously the game goes ahead.
Yeah, just typical really that when you've got a season that's so hectic with COVID, you can guarantee that you're going to get some proper wintry weather as well. Speaking of the COVID, are you all good to go for tomorrow's game?
Everyone's clear, thankfully, again, so that's always the bit you look at on Monday and Thursday morning. First thing, tick off the box, everyone's clear, so that was good. Ronnie Edwards is back with the group training, another positive. So we've got another big week coming up, you know, start tomorrow, then Shrewsbury, and then obviously we've got to now travel to Tranmere as well the following Tuesday. So it's Saturday, Tuesday again for 3-4 weeks.
Do you think the national lockdown has helped within football just to bring things under control? Because of course footballers, like anyone else, they'd have had children going to school, they've got family lives, they've got contact with the community beyond football. Having had the lockdowns, that made it easier for football clubs, do you reckon?
In what way?
In that there's just less of a risk, I suppose, of family members or other people that they come into contact with having picked up COVID themselves.
Yeah, it has, because obviously there's no travelling, you can't see it. You have to be very, very careful about where you go. You can't really go anywhere apart from the supermarkets and stuff. So I suppose in that aspect, it's correct. Yeah, we're all in one bubble. We're carrying on playing games against opposition. So there's when it's a little bit of a danger. But everyone's getting tested twice a week now, Peter. So that has made the biggest difference. Thankfully, the numbers have gone down from previous weeks through both the Premier League and the Football League. So we just have to continue following the protocols as safely as we can and hope everyone keeps a clean bill of health, you know.
With Ronnie Edwards, is the EFL Trophy game next week? Is that a good target for him, or could he be ready for the weekend?
No, that will be, if he's back, that'll be the game, the Tranmere game. He wouldn't be ready for Shrewsbury. So we've targeted the Tranmere game for him. Obviously, when the draw came out, we didn't know obviously who we were going to get. It's another journey. Their pitch is as bad as ours. It's a very, very heavy pitch. So all these things I've got to take into consideration, but I can't start planning really for that too early, because we've got Tuesday and Saturday and a lot of things can happen. Hopefully Joe Ward's back for Saturday, which is a big boost for us. Ronnie obviously back the following week. So touch wood, we're getting all the bodies back.
Yeah, presumably with someone in a situation like Joe Ward, where he's had a bit of a strain, do you have to take into account your own pitch as well, in that even if he is ready to go for tomorrow night, you've got to have that in mind?
Yeah, the only thing Joe's missing now is striking the ball. There's been no issues with him running. There would be no issues with the pitch really in terms of being able to run up and down it. It's just purely one area in his thigh that he felt on the Thursday before the Milton Keynes game, and then of course the cross for Jono in the Milton Keynes game. So it's just that one thing. If we can get over that and he starts striking the ball without any pain, then he's fine. He's ready to go. It won't be tomorrow night. It'll be Saturday. He's ready, hopefully.
And with Bristol Rovers, is there a sense that they're yet to really find a formula under Paul Tisdale? He hasn't been in there all that long, and they're still finding their way a bit.
Yeah, it's a very accomplished manager, Paul. Done well at the clubs he's been at. I think he's very good tactically. I think he thinks about the game, and I think they'll probably have options of playing 2 or 3 different formations. They played with a back 3 in the last 2 games. They went to it against Charlton for 20 minutes, and they've kept it for the game on Saturday in the previous game. So it doesn't matter how. For me, I don't look too much into the team's form coming into it, because I feel that I always try and focus on us. At the moment, we're doing well. We scrapped out a win on Saturday. It wasn't our best performance by any stretch of the imagination, but you're going to get that, especially when you've got so many games close together. It's just about picking up the points, and the main thing at the moment is physically and mentally we look good.
Yeah, and of course with the home form, it's a boost for yourselves looking at that, and also comes as part of the package really. A bit of fear factor should start to develop in that if you're a side coming to London Road, you've got to take that into account.
Yeah, we're a fantastic record, absolutely fantastic, and we've got to keep continuing in that. And the players know it, and it's important for me to keep getting that message over about our home form. And you're absolutely right. You obviously, when you play against any opposition, you look at form, home and away, and how have they done. And obviously Bristol look at us and think, well, they've got the strongest home form in the league. But tomorrow's a very important game in the sense that we have to just keep putting our foot down and keep taking each game as it comes and getting 3 points and move on to the next one. That's how we've got to approach it now.
Yeah, and it must be particularly pleasing as well, just as a mark of progress, that the home form had been a bit of an issue prior to you coming back to the club. So to have taken that step forward, it's a nice one.
It was something that needed addressing. When I came back, I looked at it and thought, well, why is our home form? And it had been for quite a few years, I think. It's hard to put your finger on it sometimes. But I think what helps is the mentality of it, and making sure that, when we're at home, we make it very difficult for the opposition. And we've done that, and it's carried over from last season. Our home form was excellent last season. We have to improve our away form, and thankfully we started doing that on Saturday.
Yeah, and to be fair to the players, we saw the difference that it made when you had fans back in the stadium. So to have done what you've done behind closed doors, it's another nice marker.
Yeah, it is. You're right, because the difference at Rochdale was obvious. Just to have, even though it was as many as we'd normally have, it just brought that energy to the team. And we're not going to have that again. I can't see it being this season, if I'm going to be honest. Everyone would probably agree on that at the moment. But it is what it is, and we've got to carry on with it. It's not stopped us. It's not been something that we can make excuses about. I feel that we've coped with it very, very well.